Hey everyone, Anansi here with another Top 100 Dotabuff replay cast. Today we're going to be watching CC on the Nyx Assassin. That's him over here. He has 1,600 games played on the hero with a 58% win rate. Almost a 5 KDA ratio, so almost the whole team dies for every single time that he does. It's pretty impressive. Don't know what lane he plays it at, but let's just click on him. I'm going to watch everything from his player perspective. For those of you who don't know, what we do here is we watch a top 100 Dotabuff player from his perspective, the way he moves his screen, everything he does, and where he clicks his mouse, in order to learn just anything. What is the consistent tip or trick that he seems to do, or multiple tips or tricks that he does, or she does, when playing this hero, what makes him so successful over so many games. Nyx is a hero which is quite in the meta at the moment. This is a recent game. We always try to make sure that these are not pro players and that these are players that do this on their own. They don't have a 5-stack or something boosting them. At least not in this game. So without further ado, we're gonna pay attention to CC on the Nyx. Whoa. Ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Lol. So, Furion placed a ward in the opponent's space. And, yeah. It's gonna get dewarded pretty much immediately. 5k. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna move over to the last hits and denies channel. So Rubik is leading the pack with one last hit. I love it. I love it. It's a entertaining start already. But okay. Nyx Assassin. First skill. What's it gonna be? Nothing so far. In any case, starts off with tangos, magic stick, fairy fire, and goes for his stun first. And it looks like that's going to be the end of him. Quite unfortunate. Has 3 wand charges though. He didn't get nothing. He's gonna have to walk all the way back. So this is not the start I would be hoping for, if I were him. In any case, does wait for the TP scroll to be ready, and stays at a safe distance to start off with. He's concerned, to say the least, but at least make sure to get a hit or two in. Some people would say, okay, what was the point of that? But that stun is a quite low cooldown. At least he got something, you know. He could also have not hit the Wind Ranger, and the Wind Ranger would be even higher health right now. So, and yeah, for what? I mean, he's gonna get the mana back. He's almost full HP. Looks like he's gonna want to go for mana boots first. I think with a magic stick, that's understandable, to say the least. Has his spiked carapace now, so he's gonna be a lot harder to kill. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, there we go. Just spike carapace, move a little bit to a little bit more safe location, and seems to go into his own jungle. Is he going to? Okay. Minute 2 spawn, so he makes sure to get that bounty rune. Not having an easy time in lane. Make sure you get your bounty runes. Pretty good plan, in my opinion. Just making sure to get what you can, as an offlaner should. Don't push the envelope too much, just get what you can. And if you can get a lot, take a lot. But if you can't, just, yeah, get the things you need to. Needs to be very aware. Don't know if you guys saw, but over to the trees in the left, there was either a Shadow Shaman or Wind Ranger. So right away, he moves to this side of the lane because he knows they're over here, so he's over here. He's increasing his reaction time, the distance he has to react, by standing over on this side of the lane. That's most likely something that at this point is just completely set. Stuns Juggernaut and a creep in order to get the last hit. Is not too worried apparently. Oh yes, of course. Has quite some 1 charges, so did not have to. For those of you who don't know, Nyx Assassin has a ridiculous health regen. Let me just see, what is it? Yeah, just extremely high. And so he can trade hits really effectively, and I see Mango into Soul Ring coming in, so he'll be able to regen quite a lot more when he has that Mango ready. And then he can also just burst get some mana real quick. So in that sense, the magic stick is really nice too, because it's also a burst of mana, and with just a little bit of mana he could already spike the Carapace, which saves his life and yeah, potentially nets him a kill. Minute 4 goes for the bounty rune straight away. Again, not pushing things. And seems like he might try and make a bit of a rotation onto this Lina. Sees that Lina's out of position, so just quickly heads on over. Did get spotted though. No, did not get spotted. Did get spotted. So good job on Lina. Actually walked over a ward, sadly enough, but was looking to help out his mid laner. Just, yeah, a little bit unfortunate. Stops the stun. Holds it in order to secure. And when is... Nice. Times his Carapace very well. They're going for that high value. Lina didn't manage to get her. Oh, did. And now they're going to get the Furion, who TP'd in to help his teammate. So all in all, being very prepared to help his teammates. And not afraid to leave his lane, even though it's very early. Doesn't mean that you should, but there was an opportunity, and he went for it. On his way back, it's kind of dead time. Nothing's really going to happen behind his tier 1 at this point in the game. So he takes a quick look at how the other team is doing. Just gathering all the information that he could possibly gather about his opponents. Sees that a bounty rune is about to spawn. Notice that he has been really on point with these bounty runes. Pretty much, yeah, he's gotten all 3 of them. Gets them straight away. It's free gold. Needs to make sure he takes it. Those hundreds stack up. I mean, otherwise right now he would, yeah, he'd be 1 item short. Promptly gets rid of... Ooh, misses the stun. This could be bad. Nope. Jugger is not gonna go for it. Surprising. Maybe Jugger didn't have the mana. Did not indeed. So, in all fairness, Nyx has not been in lane that much, harassing the opposing carry, which most players would be quite worried about if, yeah, to be completely honest. I think he realizes he can't do much, so he's not necessarily going to do much. There's no point in standing around doing nothing. It's better to weaken the rest of his opponents, so that his teammates can take care of the Jugger or help him take care of the Jugger at a later point. Keeps a good eye on how things are going there. Now that he has a Soul Ring, oh, that's the mana he needs, and he's gonna be spamming that on that Jugger quite consistently, I'm sure. This is the point at which he's gonna start getting really annoying in lane for that Juggernaut. A little bit early on the spiked Carapace there. But he's safely under his tower, so he'll be fine. Almost level 6. Curious to see who his first target will be. I think Lina is a pretty easy one. say the least. Again, bounty rune, 4 in a row, within 10 seconds each time. Very aware of the runes. And just almost at level 6. Staying very safe in his lane. Has died once, but that's the only time. And he's pretty much more than recovered. If we compare his level to the rest of the game, yeah, he's tied for the enemy offlaner in level. And he'll be level 6 soon, so he'll be middle of the pack, which is absolutely fine. He hasn't managed to harass that Juggernaut very much. But yeah, Jugger did have a tri-lane to protect him, so let's see what he's going to do. Is he going to go for his mana boots first? No, he's going to shrine up. Okay, so he shrines, invises, so that he's full HP after shrining. Now this is going to be an interesting and important moment. Okay. Ooh, almost didn't make it there. Due to the fact that he used Carapace preemptively, he... Ooh, unfortunate. He didn't make it out. Well played on the Lina to have the recognition to wrap around and potentially get a Dragon Slave off on the Nyx Assassin. The reason he Carapaced before walking in, I didn't realize you could do this while invisible, was in case they had a Rev Ward, because Shadow Shaman was staying suspiciously close to that Lina, as if they expected Nyx to be rotating over. Now, he makes his way top. And yeah, decides to chill there, I guess. It's a bit of an unfortunate death because he almost had his mana boots as well. And that would have been the sustain that he really needed to have. Again, checking on the bounty rune. Doesn't see anything, so just uses his soul ring to make sure that he can get some damage on some creeps. Waiting in between, like the creeps are a little bit too far out for him to be comfortable. Does make sure to keep on checking on the safe lane carry of the opponents. And also, the other effective aspect of him just killing a creep or two in the jungle is the opposing team doesn't know where he is. Just make sure to burn some mana. Keep the harass up on the Jugger, who then also has to go into the jungle. At the very least, not allowing his tower to be pushed. Keeps an eye on bottom. And seems to be ready to go mid. Not afraid about a stun or an ult. He could Carapace, and those would be negated. Ooh, that was a nice stun by the Earthshaker. And a nice shackle, unfortunately. He's moving in though, and it's likely he will get a pretty nice kill off of this. At the very least one. Okay. Helps his team out in finishing off. Ooh. And sadly enough, the Rubik has to die. But again, he's very active all over the map. Oh boy, that's Sven. Almost died. Has his mana boots, uses them immediately. On point. Try to get as many uses out of the items that you do buy. And looks like he's going for a Dagon. No blink or maneuverability, just old school burst damage. In all fairness, pretty much every hero on the opposing team is extremely squishy, so Dagon will allow him to delete just about any hero. 14 minutes in, he has some really good mana sustain. 3 items that allow him to keep up his mana pool. Also a null talisman, which allows him to just have a slightly bigger mana pool. And he's down bottom with a great rotation and a double stun to help keep his teammates alive. And sure enough, guesses accurately where the opponent is going to go and helps his teammates make it through the fight. Slowly working his way to that. Ooh. To that Dagon. How much is that? About 1,000? 1,000. 1,250. He does move his staff of wizardry to his own, to his item slot instead of his backpack. Which is good. 10 int will help him keep up that mana pool. Ooh, should have dropped it right there when he was using that mana, but whatever. Very well done there. And nice steal by the Rubik to become magic immune. Little do his opponents know that they are standing on a ward. But he's pinging out to his teammates, hey guys, there are people here, be careful, watch out. So he's being helpful in his map awareness. And he doesn't seem to be that fast, but he does his best in moving over to accurate position. Now, as long as this guy will come back relatively quickly, I'll leave the pause on. But he was checking very quickly what the situation was with his teammates, and sure enough, it is a quick unpause. Ooh, unfortunate. Lina gets away, so they don't get much. But even during the pause, it's interesting to see what he does. He's checking on his teammates to see how long are the stuns and just how are they doing, and still gathering whatever information, still focused on the game, not letting his concentration go. And resorts to farming just a little bit. Probably just wants to get at least a level 1 Dagon. I would assume he has a good feeling for when he needs to have his Dagon ready and when it's okay to have that. Yeah, like what the timing is that he should have it at. And I feel like 17 minutes is good. So it's okay. It's the minimum of what it would need to be. Because otherwise maybe the burst that he does would be insufficient. Oh, 4-man Earthshaker stun. This Earthshaker is such a pain. Now, sadly enough, his maneuverability is not so great. but he's hunting. Halfway through his vendetta, what's he gonna do? See if he can get a hit off? I think he can make it there in time. He should know those are the types of areas that will usually be warded. But bye-bye Shadow Shaman. Easy as that. And he's halfway to level 2 Dagon. Note that his ult is pretty much off cooldown. Because it was, yeah, he waited the whole ult. So he's gonna keep an eye on this guy right here. And sure enough, oh. I would feel bad for that Shadow Shaman. Yeah, that'll be the end of him though, but his teammates should be able to comfortably follow that up. Ah, this Rubik. Still managed to save his Sven and help his team get quite a lot of kills. Even if those weren't successful kills, the way he set those things up, the aggression that he put out, make it so that his teammates have something to react to. And over the course of tons and tons of games, you're giving your teammates the opportunity to make things happen. Oof. Well played by the Nature's Prophet and the Wind Ranger there. But then also, do notice, Nyx Assassin, he's watching. He's watching every movement they make, and sure enough, he's looking for another kill. He just got back, so he's trying to figure out where they're going to be. Make sure to get to his bounty rune first, and is going to go for that juicy Shadow Shaman. One of the squishiest heroes in the game, so that's who you want to go for sure, whenever you can. As a burst damage hero, just get the ball rolling, just delete that Shadow Shaman. You're gonna probably see Shadow Shaman die a lot this game. His vendetta is almost up. Where is he gonna go? Is he gonna go somewhere? Is he gonna get anybody? Yep. It's a Shaman. Even if he doesn't get the kill, he definitely allows his carry to get that within a few seconds. And there's a level 2 Dagon up. Now, if we just move towards the net worth graph, Juggernaut is still on top. CC on the Nyx is middle of the pack, but if you look at kills and deaths, he's second. So that's kind of his role, guys. He's supposed to get those kills. He's supposed to read where his teammates are. He is always vendetted. He's never farming. He's always in awkward positions, you know, waiting for his team to deal some damage so somebody wants to run, and then he's there and he just deletes the person. That's what he's supposed to do. As soon as he gets his ult, he goes and he does something. That's how he gets his gold. He farms heroes. As long as that's possible in any case. Now, part of an issue that Nyx would probably have as a hero is if there aren't very many towers down, then Nyx doesn't have as much space to gank and roam safely. As you can see, the first target he wanted to go on was the Juggernaut, because he is so far away from any other tower. If you look at the minimap right here, these guys are way out of position over here. And he'll just go for the squishiest. Easy. too much to be had. But again, always going for the people that are out of position, and only when there is nobody out of position do you do something else. Ooh. They are being toyed with. And sure enough, his Vendetta is off cooldown, so he goes for it straight away. The fact that this is not dewarded gives away that there is no rev ward, so he can safely walk up to the Shadow Shaman and kill him. That's a level 3 Dagon incoming. For this next one, 24 minutes in, level 3 Dagon. That burst will start hurting quite a lot. Now Dagon is an extremely mana intensive item, which is why it's so important that Nyx has so many sources of regen to allow him to continue this uptime, this constant ganking. And that's also part of why he needs to get all these bounty runes, because he's not going to get farm by killing creeps, so he needs to ensure consistent farm some other way. Finds a juicy target, checks items first, decides not to go on that one, and probably, ideally, would go on the Shadow Shaman there. Now, realizes he's been spotted. Oof. And so carapaced and went back immediately. That's one dead Nature's Prophet. And right afterwards, checks the scoreboard again. That's probably another assist. Yeah, that is another assist for him. So if we look at this, kills, deaths, and assists, 9, 3, and 6. Top of the charts for kills and quite close on the assists level. Let's look at that more. I think no, let's leave it like this. So we have we have CC disconnecting. Let's just fast forward real quick. Okay, so he's back. There's been quite some unpausing. Again, we don't particularly care how this game goes when he's not here. We only care about how he deals with it when he is. So he's still working on Dagon level 4. All cooldowns are off because there was some unpausing shenanigans. And so Vendetta's up. Who's he gonna kill? That's the name of the game. In position to initiate on the Juggernaut, who is probably bait, which is why he's not going on this right now. Even though he has 2 teammates to back him up, the middle area is the most dangerous area in the map, guys. That's the most likely area that people are going to die. Now Juggernaut picks up a DD. Very unfortunate. I do not know if they want to go on that. And there's a smoke, which I believe was potentially spotted. Oh, picks up a juicy gem. Oh, he doesn't, but one of his teammates does. Gem on a Shadow Shaman. That's probably the worst hero to put a gem on. Literally the worst. In any case, ready for Dagon level 4. And just looking around the forest for any potential kills. Again, just fulfilling his role. Might seem like he's super deep, and oh, there's that Shadow Shaman. That is a burst hero's dream. Shadow Shaman. Just easy to kill. If you care a lot about your kill stats, play Nyx Assassin against squishy heroes. You can just burst them down all the time. Is that level 5 Dagon? Should be level 4. Level 4. I don't see level 5 in his quick buy currently, but managed to kill Shadow Shaman. And yeah, goes back to base, regens, and is ready to go for the next kill. Looking for his next victim, hunting again. No downtime, no waiting around, just his role is to kill, so he tries to kill. And is pretty decent at succeeding. Luckily he had sufficient burst after stuns were whiffed. And alt off cooldown within a second. He's invisible again. Looking around, stopping his opponents from farming. Jeez. Don't know why that Wind Ranger did not Wind Run first, because then she would dodge the auto attack and only be able to be hit by the stun and the nuke, which would have at least decreased a significant portion of the damage she was about to take. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that first attack is physical. And yes, it is. So the Nyx's first attack, for those who don't know, is physical damage. So if you're invulnerable to physical damage, then you're fine. It's clear this area is warded. Because again, it's the most central point on the map. And that's a very important point. It's the most likely place people are to die. Statistically speaking, it's the place people die the most. The amount of people you'll see dying farming late, it's because that's the easiest point to get to. It's the quickest point, and that's also why it's warded, because it's one of the most dangerous points. It's a good idea to have a rev ward up there at a lot of times. And if you see somebody farming there, they might be stupid, but they are, if it's better players, they're usually bait. Sure enough, finds a split pushing Nature's Prophet, just paying attention to what does this hero want to do, so where is he likely to be, and that's where he's gonna go to make sure that he can kill them. I'd say that's a key aspect of Nyx's Aether Lens. Wow, really nice. That'll also apply to the Dagon, so that's 200 extra range on the Dagon, along with the mana burn and the stun. Aether Lens is a really nice item on Nyx Assassin, I think. Do note, guys, how much did Nyx go for the Juggernaut? Not much. He just killed what he could kill. And that kind of, yeah, that means that the support for Juggernaut is not there. That's kind of how you counter him. Jugger is still top of the net worth, but his team is just significantly lower. In any case, he's consistently looking for kills. I would call this potential bait, but Lina felt it coming, so backs. Then again, he might have also walked over a ward. And the opposing team is all defending their lane. Do note, by not going for an Aghanim Scepter, he is weaker, or not as good at deleted. Not as good at defending high ground, nor taking it. Now, just during the team fight, moves around, casts a spell where he can, helping out his team as needed. Doesn't necessarily need to get the kill with an item, but does help deal the damage necessary. Goes in Viz, ready to burst as soon as he'll come out, and bam, Easy. Double stun. And just waltzes out comfortably. By paying attention there, he did see that the Gem of True Sight was dropped. And just TP's back. 2 base barely dodging the stun from the Lina. So where's he gonna go now? Getting a Yule Scepter. More invulnerability? Or movement speed. Movement speed and control. If we look at his stats, doing pretty well. 15, 3, and 8. And still middle of the pack net worth wise. Hey guys, if you can kill the whole enemy team without a lot of gold, why would you get a lot of gold? Very clearly being displayed here by CC. He's doing a lot with not so much. Just constantly being a nuisance to the opposing team and making sure almost the whole time that they don't have the players they need to have. Just deleting people all over the map. Constantly looking for opponents. That's all he's doing. Okay, and he's mid-ish, so okay, is he gonna do something? No. Decides that it's too risky. Juggernaut moving away, but there, sure enough. Now he knows that, oh, there's a gem potentially on the Shadow Shaman. And ready to stun there. There was a gem, which is now back with them. He just keeps on moving. Vendetta again. Heading straight for that split pusher. Although probably a little bit too late. Uses scan to make sure that he is still there. And there's a counter scan by the Nature's Prophet, who spots out that Nyx Assassin was indeed there. Although that may potentially have fooled them into thinking there were more people there, which there weren't. Because team is taking high ground now. Sadly enough, Sven dies though. He sees all of this. And is ready to go for the higher priority targets. Secures Arax with his team. Is that a Lincoln Sphere? Indeed. Okay, so that's strong. He can put that on his teammates, but also on himself, and then he would be truly unkillable. The amount of single target spells that the other team has is actually really significant. So it's a really strong item this game. Mana regen is also just really nice. Very well placed stun. Just finish off the Lina. Oof. Does keep an eye on the split pusher. Waits until he can invis a few seconds. Has his Lincoln Sphere. That Nature's Prophet is about to die. even though he missed his stun. Just too much burst. Good map awareness though, and keeping in the back of his mind that Nature's Prophet is pushing. And not just from a base safety perspective, but as a Nyx Assassin, those are the types of heroes you want to kill. You want to find people who are off by themselves so you can just burst them down. And what do split pushers do? They're off by themselves. I'm sure if there had been a Clinks instead of a Nature's Prophet in this game, Nyx would have been all over that. He would have made sure to have dust at all times. And even when he doesn't have Vendetta, at this point, because his team has so much momentum, he's just moving through the enemy forest freely. He also has a Lincoln Sphere, so he knows there's almost nothing he needs to be afraid of. Just deleted. Oh yeah. Jugger's ult, Lincoln Sphere only stops the first part of Jugger's ult, for those who don't know. So that's why Jugger kept on ulting the rest, so to speak. Well, 4v3, lol GG indeed. Likely the result right now. He doesn't go for the racks. He moves behind the racks in order to see if there's anybody waiting there who might stop them from taking it. And then goes a little deeper. For those who are coming out. There you have Ghost Scepter Lols. Walks into the enemy fountain. And has nothing to fear. And even manages to get himself a kill with the help of Earthshaker. Guys, I hope you learned something. I know I learned a lot. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know, crits, comments, just leave a message, like, subscribe. And I hope I'll see you guys at the next game. Thank you for watching.